you're free to schedule this. I want it, okay. But maybe if we can add additional na schedules para tuloy-tuloy natin ito. Kasi yung time natin hindi magkakasya sa mga. Kasi maganda rin na yung open forum, nakakapagtanong sila bawat isa. Proverbs 4:23 says, keep thy heart. Basahin natin lang sabay-sabay rin ibigin. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. One more time, ready? Begin. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Yung topic natin is preparing your heart for a future spouse. Okay? Ihahanda ninyo ang mga puso nyo para sa magiging kasama nyo or magiging asawa, magiging husband or wife na inihanda ng friend para sa inyo. Now, if I told you na magkakaroon ka ng, if you have a choice, okay, if I told you, you could have $1 right now or $1 right now, or let's say 5 million reals after 5 years, anong pipiliin? Okay? Pag-isipin nyo muna. Brother Stephen, if I told you you can have $1 right now, or you can have 5 million reals after 5 years, which one would you choose? The $1 now, or would you rather wait after 5 years and receive 5 million reals? Okay. Your answer will depend on how much brain you have. Sino sa inyong pipiliin nyo yung $1 na ngayon? Sino sa inyo mag-aantay ng 5 years? Say amen. Amen. Okay. Yeah, that's no-brainer. Okay? Yung choice na pipiliin nyo na. Or, let me ask you another question. If you had a diamond, kung meron kang diamond, na it's worth several thousand reals, and you needed somebody to take care of it. May diamond ka, very, very valuable, and you need somebody to take care of it for you. My question is, would you entrust that? Would you trust a stranger? Ibibigay mo ba yung diamond mo na yan sa isang stranger to keep it for you? Or would you give that to a child? Let's say, a 5-year-old child to take care of that diamond for you? Would you do it? Yes or no? You would do it. Hindi mo gagawin yan. You would not trust the stranger, and the child wouldn't be ready to handle such a weighty responsibility. Instead, you would hand that valuable jewel to someone you truly trusted to guard and protect it. Amen? Amen?
Amen.
Pagkakatiwala mo yan sa isang tao na maaasahan mo na siya ang mag-protect, that they will protect it and they will guard it. So, if you understand these two illustrations, kapag naintindihan natin itong dalawang illustration na ito, then you can understand the importance of trusting your parents and spiritual leaders to help you protect your purity until you get married. That's very, very important. Okay? Satan in the world's culture will often come to you with a very attractive offer. Okay? Sa libutan. Satan's goal is to rob you of your happiness. Yung future mo. Okay? He wants to, katulad dun sa ating illustration, his goal is to sabotage your future by trapping you while you are young and naive. But some of you are not very young already. But that is always Satan's goal. ang plano niya para sirain yung future ninyo as young people. And it is amazing how many Christians are taking the bait. I'm sure you have known mga young people na nasira ng buhay nila because they have something that is very valuable and they just gave it away. You know? And they are trading a lifetime of godly love for a quick moment of pleasure that they will soon deeply regret. Sana huwag mangyayari din sa inyo yan. And again, I don't know kung anong buhay niyo, but I just want you to know that when you receive the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, everything that you have done has been forgiven. And amazingly, not only forgiven, but forgotten by the Almighty God. And so, whatever your life is before you receive the Lord Jesus Christ, I want you to know that God has forgiven you and that you should also learn to forgive yourself. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is yung buhay mo ngayon as a young person. Okay? Yun ang gusto nating maingatan sa ngayon. So that is, yun ang goal ni Satan. Satan wants to destroy your future. Satan wants to destroy your purity. Okay? In contrast, God has a fantastic plan to provide you with fulfillment. Ito yung kabaliktaran dun sa nais gawin ni Satan. Satan wants to destroy you. But in contrast, the Lord wants to bless you. Amen? Are you with me? Amen. The Lord wants to bless you. He wants you to have a happy marriage someday. He wants you to have a good future. But He asks that you wait for the right person at the right time. Okay? Hindi nyo kailangan magmadali. In fact, baka nga, ang iba sa inyo, maybe the Lord's will for you not to be married. We do not know. If you read 1 Corinthians chapter 7, pwede naman gano'n. Okay? Except my children, of course. Okay? We are already, I was supposed to prepare a streamer, no? Me and my wife, demanding for apo. Because we want to add something to we want to add, marami na tayong ministry dito, but there is one ministry that I am I look forward to that ministry. You know what it is? Apostolic ministry.
Boboy pressure.
When I'll be taking care of our apo. Yeah? But again, yun yung plano ng Panginoon sa mga buhay natin. Okay? The Lord wants you to wait for the right person at the right time. If you can see past the end of your, kung alam mo lang yung plano ng Panginoon sa iyo, you will be amazed with if you can only see the plan of God for your life. You will be amazed. And you will wait for the right person na ibibigay ng Panginoon sa iyo. You will wait and trust Him. And one day you will be so very glad that you waited. So, katulad ng sinasabi natin kanina, 1 real now or 5 million reals in 5 years. Diba? Mas pipiliin mong magantay ng 5 years at matatanggap mo yung treasure na yan. Okay? Satan is offering you, what do you want? 1 real right now, it's right here. And the Lord is saying, I'll offer you a better offer, 5 million reals, just wait. Ganyan yung illustration na ginamit natin ganyan. Or like the diamond in that illustration, God has given you something very precious. A pure life and a future. He intends to intersect your life at the right time with the right person according to His perfect will. May plano ang Panginoon sa inyo. Sa bawat isa sa atin may mga plano pa rin. Antayin nyo lang yung time. Okay? It's good that all of you are very mature here compared sa in our country, the Philippines, you are dealing with teenagers who are already getting involved in relationships na hindi nila dapat papasukin. And I think yung mga napapanood nila mga telenovela has something to do with yung culture. Okay? Yung mga napapanood nilang gano'n. But wait for the right person na ibibigay ng Panginoon sa inyo. At that time, kapag dumating na yung time na yun, nag-antay ka, and dumating na yung nararapat na para sa inyo, you will fall madly in love with the person of your dreams and begin to build a life and a family together as God's wonderful design. Okay? Now is not the time to fulfill these desires. Yung desire na yun. Okay? Now is not the time to hand that valuable treasure to a stranger, but rather the time to grow and prepare for God's best. Unless na hindi pa dumarating yung ibibigay ng Panginoon sa inyo, you just have to wait. Okay? And there are some principles that I'd like to share to you here. Satan wants you to hand your valuable purity to a stranger. Yun ang gusto ni Satanas. He wants you to carelessly throw your future away completely, unaware of its value and significance. Yan ang Satan wants to steal your purity. God's instructions to you are to guard your heart. Kaya sabi nga rito kanina, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So you need to guard your heart, to protect your purity, and keep it safe until the day He unites you with the right person at the right time. Keep yourself pure. Men and ladies combined, kasi yung purity mo, that is the best gift that you can give, that you can offer sa future na makakasama mo sa buhay. So, will you choose yung one real worth of pleasure now, or will you guard your heart and wait for God's grand reward? So, I think, alam nyo na yung sagot dyan because of the illustration that we gave you earlier. Will you hand your purity to the wrong person? Or will you trust those who love you deeply to protect it and to guide you, gagabayan ka into God's promise for your future? Kaya maganda, mayroon kayong youth pastor dito, nandito si Brother Jimmy, and of course with the help of Sister Precious, and yung deacons natin, and my wife and I are here also. You can also take advantage of the opportunity to guide you sa mga buhay niyo. One of you here, you may not know this, came to me. There's one person who came here and he was asking for advice about, I think he likes somebody, so he was coming to me for advice. And that's good. Okay. You should trust. Kung meron kayong sa mga men, if you plan to court somebody, you should let Brother Jimmy first. Okay? And you should let me know first. Even before Brother JB, you better listen to this, okay? Brother JB, for example, if you will court somebody here, okay? Magpaalam mo muna kay Brother Jimmy. Even before you propose to the lady, okay? And magpaalam mo muna sa amin. So, allow us to help you. Amen?
Amen.
Allow us to help you. Allow us to guide you. Because this is for your good. We will give you advice. Kayo mga ladies, if you need advice, you go to Mama Wai, go to my wife. And she can give you advice regarding anong dapat gawin. Let's look at some principles. I will not be able to cover all this. I'll just give you a few, and then we will continue this next time. A few principles that will protect us and guide us to a happy future. Okay? These principles will help you prepare your heart for your future spouse. Number one, okay? Write these things down. And next time when we meet, I promise I will make a handout and distribute it to you. I didn't have time to do that this time. Number one, the first principle that I would like to share is, you must understand God-given desires. Okay? You must understand God-given desires and Satan's perversion of them. Dalawa yan. Okay? You must understand, number one, God-given desires. Dapat maintindihan natin yung binigay ng Panginoon na desires as men, women, and Satan's perversion of them. So meron kayong God-given desire. There is something in you that was given by God. There is a desire that is in you, and that desire is from God. And Satan wants to pervert that desire. Okay? Look at your Bible in 1 John chapter 2 and verse number 16. 1 John chapter 2 and verse number 16. Okay? 1 John chapter 2 and verse number 16. And then after this, I'll be asking you a question. Chapter 2 and verse number 16, the Bible says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world." Jude, verse number 18. Okay? There's only one chapter in the book of Jude. Look at verse number 18. "How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own ungodly lust." Okay? So, tell me now, what's number one? What is the first thing that we need to understand? We must understand what? God-given desires and Satan's perversion of them. So, let me ask you now, ano yung binigay ng Panginoon sa mga lalaki o sa mga babae? Ano yung desire na ibinigay ng Panginoon? Na it is from God, and at the same time, it is something that Satan wants to pervert, wants to distort. Ano yan? Maligo. Kasi ikaw yung parang
galang-galang.
mabuhula yata dito. Let me give you a clue. It starts with that A. Affection. Okay, it's acceptable. It's not the word I have, but it could be a synonym. Adoration. Okay, acceptable. It's not the word I have. What else?
Admiration. Admiration.
Admiration. That's a good word. It's not the word I have. Ay, yung mga men, halimbawa nakikita itong mga magagandang mga ladies, anong nararamdaman nyo? Yung mga ladies, pag nakikita nyo itong mga... Yun. Okay. Attraction between men and ladies is a wonderful and a God-given part of life. Yung attraction na yan, nanggaling sa Panginoon. Okay. Ang mahirap dyan, kung attraction ng lalaki, pareho ng lalaki. Wala akong problema kung halimbawa, yung sa brother JB, she's attracted, let's say, to Dre, she's attracted to Abigail, walang problema doon. Ang problema dyan, kapag ang attraction ng isang lalaki ay doon sa kapwa niya, problema yun. Okay? That is, yung sinabi ni brother Sam kanina, yung binasa ng mga verses in the book of Romans chapter 1. Okay? That attraction between men and women is a wonderful, God-given part of life. There is nothing wrong with these attractions because sa Panginoon nga nanggaling yan. That emotion is from the Lord. They are God's gift to us for His glory. Can you imagine if you don't have that, how can you glorify the Lord in your marriage? There is no attraction sa husband to his wife and the husband to her husband. But the devil desires to, ano gusto pa rin sa kanan? So, is it God's will for you, an example na ito is it the Lord's will for Brother Iboy to be attracted, for example, to basic? Example lang. Is that okay? Is that a good thing?
Amen.
Okay? And that gift is from the Lord. But what will Satan try to do? Ano gagawin ni Satan? Brother Jonathan, you help me here. Okay? Yung attraction na yun, that is a God-given desire. But Brother Jonathan, anong gagawin ni Satanas doon? Okay? He will pervert that. Ano yung mga specifics doon? Can you comment on that a little deeper?
It's not done right according to the will of God, it will lead to sin.
Yeah, if it is not done right, it will lead to sin. The devil desires to pervert and enlarge those attractions. He desires to reduce them to nothing more than fleshly lust. So yung attraction na yun, na binigay ng Panginoon, Satan will try to reduce that and magiging fleshly lust, impure, it becomes sensual, it becomes simply a physical desire. Then he desires to draw you astray with those physical desires into an impure lifestyle. Yeah. So the world and the secular entertainment lie about love and sex, but God always tells the truth. God does not want us living for our fleshly desires. He says that they war against the soul. He says that they are ungodly, and that we would not, and that we should not walk after them like the world does. So the first principle that we are trying to teach you is that you need to understand that God-given desire, that is an attraction for the opposite sex. So if you guys are attracted to the women here, there is nothing wrong with that. And if the women are attracted to this man, there is nothing wrong with that. Kasi nanggaling sa Panginoon yan. Yeah. But let us be careful because Satan also wants to distort that. Okay? At magiging fleshly lust na lang yan. Parang physical desire na lang. So every time you look at this women, ang iniisip mo na lang is your physical gratification, or yung mga ladies the same thing. And that is already from Satan. Okay, number two, the second thing is this. Okay. How come should we finish, Brother Jim? 2:30. So, maybe I'll just discuss two more, and we can continue this next time. Tanong niyo na lang sa Brother Jim kung may mga, may mga question. Number two, we must restrain our desires until God's time and plan. Okay? We must restrain our desires until God's time and plan. By the way, dapat magpasalamat din kayo sa kanila Brother City kasi no-organize nilang ganito. Nare-remind tayo. This will save us so much heartache. Okay? We must restrain our desires until God's time and plan. Titus chapter 2 verse 12, the Bible says, just write down the verses, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 11, the Bible says, dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lust, which war against the soul. Underline those words, which war against the soul. Because we will come back to that later. James 1:14 and 15. James 1:14 and 15. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust. Okay? And enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Okay, so you can also write 1 Corinthians 7:1. Please write this verse 1. write this verse down. Now concerning the things whereof he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. It's not talking about shaking hands with the opposite sex or shaking hands with women. It's talking about illicit sex. Okay. Job 31 verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes, while then should I think upon a maid. And then 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 13. Okay. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that you should abstain from fornication. So, what is number one? You must understand what? God-given desire. And that is what? Ano yung binigyan ng Panginoon na yun? Attraction. And we should also understand that Satan will try to pervert that desire that God gave you. It's a gift that is from God, but Satan will try to, pervert and destroy. What is number two? We must what? Restrain our desires until God's time and plan. When you fulfill that desire prematurely, wala pa sa oras. Maraming nangyayari sa atin sa Pilipinas na ganyan. Hindi pa tamang panahon. That means you are not married yet. But you already want to fulfill that desire. That physical desire, that sexual desire. When you fulfill it prematurely and inappropriately, premature, wala pa sa oras, or nasa tamang oras na, pero you apply inappropriately, hindi sa tamang paraan, hindi sa tamang panahon, hindi sa tamang paraan, our physical desires become, as we have mentioned earlier, fleshly lust that war against us and destroy us. Walking after this lust takes our lives down a destructive path that God wants us to avoid. Okay? That will become, that will be a tragedy. Yet fulfilled in God's time, yung mga desires na yan, when fulfilled in God's time, with God's will, yung desire na yan, yung attraction na yan, yung physical desire na yan, when it is fulfilled in God's time, with God's will, in a spouse, dun sa binigay na ng Panginoon sa iyo na husband mo, asawa mo, okay, these desires become blessings to our marriage and family. Okay, it becomes a blessing to our marriage and family. Kaya, yung mga men, the Bible says, it's good for a man to touch a woman. Kung hindi siya magpapakialaman, kasi may inilaan din ang Panginoon na para sa kanila. So, kung kailangan mo yan, hindi mapupunta sa iyo, papunta sa ibang hindi naman maganda yung gano'n. Okay? That is not God's plan. God's will now is that you understand the truth. Ito yung mahalaga ngayon. Alam mo ang katotohanan. You understand the truth. You trust the truth and restrain your physical desires until He ordains the right person and the right time. So, tigilan mo na yung mga desires na yan until such time na clear na or dumating na yung tamang tao na lalaki o babae para na ibinigay sa iyo ng Panginoon. So, our young adult lives, yung mga buhay nyo ngayon, are the time when we truly learn to be faithful in marriage by first being faithful to the Lord. By being faithful to God. Let me say that again. Our young or your young adult lives, your life now, this is the time when you truly learn to be faithful in marriage. Ito natin malalaman ngayon yan. By first being faithful to the Lord. Yan muna natubagin ninyo ngayon. Be faithful to the Lord. Alam naman ang Panginoon yung desires sa buhay. So all you have to do now is focus on one thing, and that is your faithfulness to the Lord. if you can discover how to restrain your physical desires by God's power now, then you will have the character qualities to remain faithful to your spouse for the rest of your life. Let me say that again. If you can discover how to restrain your physical desires, kung matutunan mo lang i-contain at ma-restrain yung physical desires sa pamamagitan ng kapangyarihan ng Panginoon, then you will have the character qualities to remain faithful to your spouse for the rest of your life. So, it's very, very important, number one, not only that we must understand God-given desires, and also to understand that Satan wants to pervert those desires. Second is that we must restrain our desires until God's time and plan. Let me give you one more, and then we will continue this next time, Lord willing. The third thing that you must, let's mention something about dating. Okay. By the way, when you say dating, anong meaning nito? What is dating? Let me ask Sister Marino, who is married already. Anong dating? Pag sinabi mong dating, anong understanding nito? Diba? Anybody? Abi? Akala mo sasalita ka? Dre? Getting to know each other? Ano pa? Preparation for? Okay, preparation for marriage. Ano ba? Anong definition nyo sa... May, ikaw May, anong na? Interested ka kasi ikaw sa iyo. Are you willing to go to Kenya? Anong dating? Brother Iboy? Dating could be a social or romantic na appointment. Okay? Now, this is also something that you need to understand. The primary purpose of dating is to prepare for and discover your future spouse. Write it down. The primary purpose of dating is to prepare for and discover your future spouse. Para malaman mo kung sino yung magiging makakasama mo habang buhay. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse number 12. The Bible says, let no man despise the youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, that is manner of life, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. And now,